I'm Brianna Salinaro. I'm a 4-time U.S. Para National Team member. I'm the first para female athlete for the United States for the sport of Para Taekwondo, and I qualified for the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. So I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy when I was about a year old. Following the diagnosis, I got both my Achilles tendons lengthened on my right and left legs. Cerebral palsy is a neurological disability that affects your muscle tone, your muscle spasticity, your balance, coordination. For me, more specifically, that's what it affects, but there is a spectrum of things that it definitely affects for different people, so everybody's different. Some people have it one-sided, some people have double, some people have every, every, both arms, both legs type of thing, but for me, it's from the waist down. There's definitely different challenges throughout life. I think when I was younger, it was definitely harder daily, like getting dressed and just walking to the car from the store and walking long distances, stuff like that was extremely difficult as a kid. Walking in general, whether it was short or long distance, very difficult. Now that I'm older, I've been through years of physical therapy, years of occupational therapy, speech therapy. I think the daily challenges I face now are when I work out, when I step onto the mat, when I do Taekwondo, but I think that's what makes it a lot more exciting. It's definitely more motivating to step onto the mat with this type of disability and realize that I could still reach the potential of any other para athlete that has an amputation or anything like that. So growing up, there was a lot of bullying. There was a lot of limitation as well, a lot of I can't. And after hearing that from so many people, I fell into that. I fell into the I can't do this, or I won't do this, I don't want to do this type of thing. Kind of like a pity attitude in a sense, definitely when I was younger. Definitely in the beginning of my Taekwondo career, prior to Para even. And a lot of people told me I couldn't, and I believed I couldn't. And that all changed as time went on. I just kept pushing forward, and I proved all those people wrong, for sure. Even last year, I've had people who you would never think tell you I can't and get out. You're wasting your time. You're wasting my time. They're wrong. We're here. I qualified, and I will do my absolute best to medal and prove them wrong again. I don't let the I can'ts determine where I go in life anymore. It's not up to anybody else to dictate how I think about myself and how I perform and how I live daily life. Reminiscing back to the first time I did Taekwondo, I had a strong connection to martial arts starting at the young age of 5. So when I did actually take part in it, it was super exciting for me. I don't think I even thought about my disability walking in for the first time. I was just so excited to get in there and be a part of it all. It wasn't until later on in my career, or not even career at that point, just later on in Taekwondo itself, that I realized, wow, I am really different than the person standing next to me, and that's when all the fear kind of came in of oh, they're better than me, they're gonna make fun of me. I'm a blue belt and a white belt can kick better than me kind of thing. I did definitely let that take over my mind when I was a child. And sometimes, even now, I don't think that way, but there definitely is doubt here and there. And but it's definitely gotten better. I've proven myself to myself along the way, and thank God I did, step into the Champions Taekwondo School that day, because I wouldn't be sitting here doing this and qualifying for the Paralympic Games. Having cerebral palsy and doing Taekwondo is definitely a challenge. It's a great challenge though. I mean, it comes with its positives and negatives. Para Taekwondo is a amputee dominant sport, so I'm facing essentially able-bodied people from the waist down that are missing their upper extremities. So I'm at a major disadvantage there. But again, that makes it all the more exciting, all the more motivating. We're lucky in the sense that the rules are written where we don't have to kick to the head, so that's something I don't have to worry about. My coordination and balance is not the same, so if I fall down, I get deducted a point, whereas, they don't have that challenge. Like, it's easy for them to stand up after throwing a simple roundhouse kick. For me, not so much. So sometimes I lose fights just based off deductions because I fell down, and that's where it could get extremely frustrating, especially when my body doesn't connect with my brain. Like, my brain knows what I want to do, but my body doesn't follow through. That's, I think, the most frustrating challenge for me, because I get frustrated with myself and I imagine myself being better, I visualize being better, but sometimes my body just can't execute the way I would like it to, and that's something I have to cope with, and it's just the way it is. When it became official that I was now a part of the Paralympic team for the Tokyo Games, it was an unbelievable feeling. I didn't know what to do with myself when I saw the official notice or rankings. I was in the middle of a workout actually when I found out with my trainer, and I couldn't stop smiling. I don't think I even finished the workout. I called Coach Poos right away. I called my home coach right away. I called my mom right away. I literally just that whole day, I was glowing. I literally felt like I was on cloud 9. Like, to go from not being able to walk and having a seriously questionable future with doctors telling you this probably won't happen for you. You probably won't be able to do these types of things and predict a very limiting life, to being part of a Paralympic team in a sport that is contradictory to your disability, and no less historic. The first time that Taekwondo will be in the Paralympic Games. I'm just beyond grateful. The hard work is starting to pay off. We're not there yet. The Paralympic Games will tell for sure, but dream come true for sure. And I'm just beyond blessed and grateful to say that I'm on the Paralympic team. So there's 3 things that I'm most excited about. One would be redemption, just for years prior, losses prior. I want to prove to myself, as well as the other competitors, that I'm here to stay, and I'm someone you should be worried about when we step out to the ring. The second thing, I think, is the Nike processing. So when we go and get outfitted and get all the Olympic gear, I mean, Nike is my favorite sporting company, so Christmas is going to come early this year for sure. And the third would just be the ability to be in that atmosphere and be among the top athletes. Really show what I've got and just, make history. As far as my expectations for myself going into Tokyo, I do expect to medal. I would like to bring back home a medal for the country, make my family proud, make my team proud, and overall make my country proud. And again, that just raises the level of history that will be made that day. So I definitely expect myself to walk away with some color medal, bronze, silver, gold, whatever it is. I do expect to do so. And as far as the future of my career, being that it's an amputee-dominant sport, I can't say for sure where my career will go. I would be blessed to continue forward and qualify for 2024 as well as 2028. My biggest goal and hope for my future is that I get to compete in 2028 and retire in 2028. We'll be on home soil, and it will I think it will be another level, different level of experience for sure. So that's what I hope for myself in the future. And I definitely want to be remembered as, I think, somebody that didn't give up, for sure, and somebody that, was really dedicated to their craft and, did everything possible to be the best I could be. I think the message that I want to portray most to anybody out there, disability or not, would be just keep pushing forward. If you're passionate about it, you care about it, you envision, your goal coming to life one day, then keep pushing. I mean, it's totally worth it. I've never stopped envisioning being on the medal stand at the Olympics. I just haven't. I think about it all the time. That's what drives me to do what I do every day. So I think that if you can envision where you want to be later on in life or whatever goal it is, then there is absolutely no reason for you to stop, no matter what anybody says or does. Being the underdog could be fun. I think it might be more fun than being talented and being gifted because the reward is so much greater. You've worked 10 times harder than the people that you're competing against. So, you get more connected to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. I'd definitely like to thank my mom as well as my dad, but my mom for being my rock. Through thick and thin, she's been there, my shoulder to cry on, my motivation, all of that, she's been there. The people at Team Champions for giving me my beginning, supporting me up until now. My trainer at Styles United in Connecticut. I would like to thank my physical therapists at home as well. They've been a huge part in my competitions recently, and I've seen a lot of success with them, so I'm grateful to them as well. My family and friends who just didn't stop believing in me, believed along with me, no matter what anybody else said, that this was going to come true and this was going to happen for me one day. So I'm grateful for that as well. And Coach Poos for being by my side for the past 3 years in my chair and just reminding me not to get too high or too low. And yeah, just pushing me to do my best. So.